Kowloon City and Kowloon Tong sit side by side in Hong Kong's urban tapestry, yet they evoke entirely different moods, histories, and spatial logics. Once home to the infamous Kowloon Walled City, a hyper-dense, ungoverned enclave that was demolished in the 1990s, today, the Kowloon Walled City Park preserves fragments of its past, including the Yamen buildings, gate remnants, and interpretive overlays. The Kowloon Tong MTR station is a key interchange between the East Rail and Kowloon Tong lines. The Festival Walk Mall is a key landmark in the district. Kowloon City tells stories of resilience, reinnovation, and cultural layering, while Kowloon Tong offers a tale of planned elegance, educational gravity, and suburban prestige. In this vlog, I will be visiting the Kowloon Walled City Park and its surrounding attractions, plus some attractions in Kowloon Tong. The history of Kowloon Walled City Park is one of the most surreal and layered urban narratives in the world, a tale of sovereignty anomalies, anarchic architecture, and human resilience. The site began as a salt trade garrison during the Song dynasty between 960 and 1279. It was later fortified under the Qing dynasty to defend against British encroachment. It became a walled fort in 1847 when the Chinese built a stone wall around the site, complete with a yamen, an administrative office, watchtowers, and gates, forming the official Kowloon Walled City. When the British leased the new territories in 1898, the walled city was excluded, remaining a Chinese enclave within British Hong Kong. This created a legal gray zone. With no clear governance, the fort deteriorated, and after World War II, refugees from mainland China flooded in, turning the site into a dense squatter settlement. Buildings rose organically, often 10 to 14 stories high, with no formal planning. By the late 1980s, 35,000 people lived in just 2.6 hectares. From the 1950s to 1970s, the triads were in control of this area and thrived, with gambling dens, brothels, and unlicensed medical practices operating freely. Despite its lawlessness, residents formed tight-knit communities, factories produced fish balls, noodles, and even golf balls. The city had only 2 elevators and 1 postman. In 1987, the British colonial government announced plans to demolish the city, and after a complex eviction process, demolition process began in 1993 and finished in 1994. In 1995, the Kowloon Walled City Park was opened, and the park preserves fragments of the original sites, including the Yamen building and the South Gate, amid landscaped gardens. The Kowloon Walled City is remembered as the City of Darkness, which became a symbol of urban extremity, where architecture blurred into organism and sovereignty into myth. Artists, urbanists, and historians continued to study the walled city as a case of emergent urbanism, resilience, and spatial improvisation. To get to the Kowloon Walled City Park, the easiest way to get there is taking the MTR to Lok Fu station on the Kowloon Tong line and then walking 15 minutes to the Kowloon Walled City Park via Junction Road. You can enter the park via Carpenter Road or Tung To Chuen Road. The Kowloon Walled City Park is one of Hong Kong's most evocative urban spaces, a serene garden layered atop the ruins of one of the world's most infamous settlements. It's not just a park, it's a spatial palace where imperial history, anarchic density, and cultural memory converge. Nestled into the heart of Kowloon City, Kowloon Walled City Park covers around 31,000 square meters, roughly the size of 4 football fields. The park's design beautifully blends classical Chinese garden architecture with modern landscaping. You'll find elegant pavilions, lush greenery, and serene ponds, all set against the backdrop of what was once the most densely populated and notorious neighborhoods in the world. Officially opened in 1995 following the demolition of the Kowloon Walled City in 1993-1994. Modeled after the Jiangnan-style Chinese gardens from the early Qing dynasty, featuring pavilions, ponds, winding paths, and classical landscaping. The design won a diploma at the IGA Stuttgart Expo 1993, highlighting its blend of historical preservation and aesthetic refinement. There are a few historical anchors and monuments in the park, including the Yamen Building, the South Gate, and cannons from 1802. The original Qing-era administrative office, known as the Yamen, is now officially restored and declared a monument. It houses exhibitions on the walled city's history, including stone tablets, photos, and artifacts. The South Gate is one of the few surviving architectural elements from the original walled fort, offering a tangible link to the site's military past. Located near the Yamen are the cannons from 1802. These relics date back to the reign of Emperor Jia Qing and reinforce the site's defense origins. There are interpretive features and exhibitions in the park, including City of 1,000 Faces, a bronze miniature model of the walled city, a shadow wall with cross-section viewing of its chaotic interior, essays and visuals that narrate daily life inside the vertical maze, and a 6th exhibition room inside the Yamen. These rooms explore themes like sovereignty, community resilience, and the evolution of the walled city's architecture. As you wander through the park, you'll come across several historic relics from the walled city era, including the Yamen complex, which served as the administrative office of the walled city, which has been carefully restored and now houses the park's exhibition. Nearby, you'll find the remnants of the South Gate, which is one of the few remaining structures that hint at the original fortified nature of the city. The park is divided into 8 thematic zones, each with its distinct scenery and symbolic overlays. Garden of 4 Seasons, which celebrate seasonal change through flora and layout. Garden of the Chinese Zodiac, which adds whimsical cultural symbolism. Mountain View Pavilion, which offers tranquil views and a monument of reflection. And 6 Arts Terrace, which honors traditional Chinese calligraphy, music, and aesthetics. The park is not just about history, it's also a place to relax and enjoy some of the more peaceful aspects of Chinese culture. Don't miss Six Arts Terrace, where you can soak in the beauty of Chinese calligraphy and music, the Mountain View Pavilion, a quiet spot to admire the surrounding landscape, while the Garden of Four Seasons and Garden of the Chinese Zodiac add a touch of whimsy and color to your story. Kowloon City Plaza is a fascinating node in the urban fabric in Kowloon City, less mythical than the walled city, but rich in its own layers of commercial renovation and spatial symbolism. It's located just steps from the Kowloon Walled City Park, making it a compelling juxtaposition of memory and modernity. Originally launched by Century City and later acquired by Paleyberg Holdings, the site was purchased at an auction in 1989 for 286 million Hong Kong dollars. The mall was established in 1993, the same year the Kowloon Walled City was demolished, a symbolic handoff from chaos to commerce. The mall spans 640,000 square feet across 10 floors with over 70 shops and eateries. The anchor tenant Aeon occupies the entire second and third floors, bringing a layer of transitional retail culture. The mall offers 400 parking spaces, reinforcing its role as a regional shopping destination. The ambiance inside the mall is a mix of local fashion, electronics, casual eateries, and seasonal decor, especially during Lunar New Year. This is a great place to grab a bite to eat, especially some authentic street snacks that used to be sold in the walled city. Kowloon Walled City Park is a free public park in Hong Kong that was once the site of the infamous, densely populated walled city. The park offers a tranquil experience with traditional Chinese gardens, historical relics like the Old South Gate, and an experimental center where visitors can learn about the history and daily life of the former walled city. While exploring the Kowloon Walled City Park, use the SmartGuide app to help navigate the park and get stories about the grounds you are exploring. The Stonehouse's Family Garden is a beautifully revitalized heritage site in Kowloon City, a quiet yet evocative counterpoint to the dense urban narratives nearby like the Kowloon Walled City. It's a place where history, community, and creativity converge in a low-rise limestone embrace. The site was once part of the Howong Temple New Village, a post-war settlement cleared in 2001. The remaining stone houses, built in the 1940s from granite, are a rare example of low-rise colonial-era dwellings. Under Hong Kong's revitalizing historic buildings through partnership scheme, the site was transformed into a community hub and heritage attraction. The stone houses are classified as Grade 3 historic buildings, meaning they hold regional, architectural, and cultural value. There is an interpretation center which offers exhibitions on the history of the stone houses, post-war urban development, and the lives of early residents here. The cafe and ice room are a nostalgic Bing-style cafe which recreates the ambiance of mid-20th century Hong Kong, serving milk tea, pineapple buns, and other local treats. The board game room is a social enterprise space where families and youth can gather for board games and workshops. The outdoor garden has landscape paths and seating areas inviting for reflection and relaxation, often used for DIY workshops and seasonal events. From calligraphy to skincare classes to parent-children crafts and pickleball sessions, there's a rotating calendar of activities aimed at intergenerational engagement. It's a unique attraction in Kowloon City, which shows a glimpse of Hong Kong's past while keeping the site itself modern. Kowloon Park is one of Hong Kong's most quietly iconic public spaces, layered with aviation history, mid-century planning, and recreational logic. Nestled between Kowloon Tong and Kowloon City, it's a green lung that once sat directly beneath the flight path of Kai Tak Airport, giving it a unique spatial and symbolic identity. Opened on June 5, 1964, transforming what was once a barren borrow area, which used to fill the Kai Tak runway's extension into a full-fledged public park. Commissioned by the Urban Council and designed by Lay and Orange architects, the park was part of a mid-century push to create recreational spaces for Kowloon's growing population. The Kowloon swimming pool was the first public pool in Kowloon. It was funded by the Royal Hong Kong Jockey Club. Originally, it couldn't operate at night due to its location under the airport's flight path. The Kowloon Sports Ground includes an international standard football pitch, running track, and 1,216-seat grandstand stadium. There are many recreational zones in the park, including 3 football fields, 2 artificial turf and 1 natural grass, basketball courts and a 7-side pitch, tennis courts and a roller skate ring, jogging track and an elderly fitness corner. The park stands as a central gathering point where residents engage in sports activities, community events, and outdoor leisure throughout the seasons. Checkerboard Hill is one of Hong Kong's most iconic aviation relics, an unassuming 98-meter hill that once played a starring role in one of the world's most dramatic flight paths. Nestled near Kowloon Park and Lok Fu, it's a site where geography, engineering, and urban myth converge. When Kai Tak Airport was operational, pilots approaching runway 13 had to fly directly towards a giant red and white checkerboard painted on the hillside. Upon seeing it, they'd execute a sharp 47-degree right-hand turn at low altitude, often just 650 feet above ground, to align with the runway. This maneuver became legendary among pilots and aviation enthusiasts, often dubbed the checkerboard turn. After the airport closed in 1998, the checkerboard faded and was nearly lost to vegetation. The checkerboard was repainted to its original colors from 2020 to 2021, and now serving as a monument to Hong Kong's aviation history. It remains a pilgrimage site for aviation buffs, urban explorers, and those nostalgic for Kai Tak's visceral drama. FreeGuider is a Hong Kong-based accessibility platform designed to help wheelchair users and people with mobility challenges navigate the city. Barrier-free travel guides to attractions, malls, restaurants, and public spaces. Download FreeGuider to help navigate your trip to the Kowloon City District. Kowloon Tong is one of Hong Kong's most historically layered and symbolically rich districts, a place where colonial planning ideals, suburban aspirations, and educational prestige converge, a stark contrast to Kowloon City. Originally a small village near Boundary Street, Kowloon Tong was sustained by streams flowing from Beacon Hill. At the time of the 1911 census, it just had 185 residents. Kowloon Tong literally means 9 Dragons Pond in Cantonese, referencing the area's natural water features and its location in Kowloon. In the 1920s, the Hong Kong government developed Kowloon Tong as a low-density residential zone inspired by a Besner Howard's Garden City movement. Roads were named after English counties such as Cornwall Street, Somerset Road, and Devon Road, reinforcing its colonial suburban identity. The target demographic was initially aimed at middle-class Eurasian families, however it later attracted wealthy English businessmen and expats. The district became home to elite schools and universities, including City U of Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, as well as numerous international and private schools. Festival Walk is a major shopping mall which opened in the late 1990s, blending retail, dining, and leisure with direct MTR access. The Kowloon Tong MTR station is a key interchange between the East Rail and Kowloon Tong lines, making the area both tranquil and connected. Broadcast Drive was once the media heart of Hong Kong, hosting TVB, RTHK, and commercial radio. Kowloon Tong remains a rare blend of historical planning vision and contemporary affluence. After exploring Kowloon City, hop on the MTR and head over to Kowloon Tong Station. Originally opened in 1979 for the MTR and 1982 for the East Rail Line, Kowloon Tong Station has evolved into a vital node. Kowloon Tong Station has evolved into a vital node for commuters, students, and shoppers alike. It's not just a transit point, but a gateway to one of Hong Kong's most layered neighborhoods. Kowloon Tong Station is one of Hong Kong's busiest and most strategically important transit hubs. It serves as an interchange between the Kowloon Tong Line and the East Rail Line, connecting urban Kowloon to the new territories and even the mainland border at Lok Wu and Lok Ma Chau. The station anchors the Kowloon Tong district and provides direct access to key destinations such as Festival Walk, City U University of Hong Kong, and Hong Kong Baptist University. Structurally, it features 4 platforms, 1 island platform for the Kowloon Tong line, and 2 side platforms for the East Rail line. There are multiple exits serving residential zones, academic institutions, and shopping areas. To get to Festival Walk, take exit C and you will walk right up to the mall through the MTR. Festival Walk is Kowloon Tong's crown jewel of upscale leisure. It's a sleek, skylit mall that blends retail, entertainment, and architectural elegance. It's directly connected to Kowloon Tong Station, a central node in both transit and lifestyle. The shopping mall occupies 2 basement levels and 2 levels above ground. The central feature of Festival Walk is the 6th level high, 120 meter long, and 30 meter wide atrium, which cuts longitudinally through the interior. Its glass skylight provides natural light to the interior of the building. The nature-inspired architecture and crisscrossing escalators create a spacious, uplifting environment that feels more like a curated experience than a commercial center. Festival Walk has a grand cinema with an 8-screen multiplex and avant-garde design with a state-of-the-art AV system, perfect for an cinematic escape. It's a retail wonderland with over 200 international shops and restaurants. It offers everything from high-end fashion and beauty to fusion cuisine and casual bites. There's also a food court on the topmost floor with a view of the mall's indoor skating rink. Festival Walk is a pet-friendly mall and welcomes 4-legged companions, making it one of the city's more inclusive malls. Festival Walk is just across the street from City U, one of Hong Kong's most popular universities. This makes it a hotspot for students to grab a bite to eat or shop after class. Beacon Hill is one of Kowloon's most quietly majestic peaks. It's rich in history, ecological value, and panoramic drama. Rising to 457 meters, it is the 71st highest hill in Hong Kong, nestled within the infamous Lion Rock County Park, and offers a compelling blend of natural escape and urban symbolism. The north face and adjacent valley were designated a site of special scientific interest in 1979, covering 53.2 hectares. Located on the northern Kowloon Peninsula near Kowloon Tong and Cheung Sa Wan. The origins of Beacon Hill date back to the Great Clearance between 1661 and 1669 when Qing forces evacuated coastal areas to suppress Ming loyalists. Military garrisons used hilltop beacons for surveillance, hence its name. You can hike to the Beacon Hill Peak, starting from the Cheung Sa Wan MTR station, exit C2. Within 15 to 20 minutes, you'll leave the city behind and enter lush greenery. The Beacon Hill hike is moderately difficult with a 9-kilometer loop and vertical climbs. The primary summit offers sweeping views of Kowloon, Hong Kong Island, and Clearwater Bay. Hiking the Beacon Hill Trail offers a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of the city below. Its viewpoints are perfect for taking photos of Hong Kong below. Easily accessible via the MTR, Festival Walk Mall is packed with more than 200 popular international brands and favorite local clothing stores, including Giordano, Moselli, and Pierce and Stakota. This is a popular hangout spot for locals with a lot of restaurants and an ice skating rink and cinema. Want to check out Beacon Hill Viewpoint from the trail? Good news. 4 trails will get you there, including hiking trails. Whether you're looking to hike, bike, run, or explore the outdoors in other ways, AllTrails has 4 scenic trails in the Beacon Hill viewing point area. Use the app to plan your trip to the area. Visiting Kowloon Walled City Park is like stepping into a living archive, where one of the world's most famous urban enclaves has been transformed into a tranquil, stony-rich garden. The park sits on the exact site of the former Kowloon Walled City, a once hyper-dense, ungoverned settlement that housed over 40,000 people in just 2.6 hectares. Visiting the surrounding areas of the Kowloon Walled City Park offers a rich, layered experience that goes far beyond the park's historical core, including sites like Stonehouse's Family Garden, Kowloon Side Park, and Checkerboard Hill. A sleek, skylit mall directly connected to Kowloon Tong Station, Festival Walk blends retail, dining, cinema, and even an ice skating rink. It's a social and commercial anchor that complements the district's quiet elegance. Besides Festival Walk, you can visit other noteworthy places like Beacon Hill, where you can get a spectacular view of the city below. Both Kowloon City and Kowloon Tong offer visitors something unique, but their stories couldn't be any more different from each other. If anything, it shows the stark contrast between the two. In my next vlog, I'll be visiting Shao Kei Wan and the Hong Kong War and Coastal Defense Museum.